So Mavado released the single, Big Guns. Right now, we have everyone talking. Is Mavado taking shots at Alkaline? Is he setting a bit? A bag of things people are talking. Now, I listen to the song, right? And, the song, to me, if it wasn't for the lines that everyone is running with right now, which that could be just a blanket statement, like, Mavada says, them badness endorse, meaning I don't know where that is coming from, right? Mavada saying they badness endorse, it's not real. His war is guerrilla warfare, you know. And then he said, it's either them blind or them not here. No, that could be just a blanket statement, like I said. But everyone know Alkaline with the contacts and, Vibes Cartel, referring to Alkaline as, blind boy, the little blind boy. And all them things, it leaves room for speculation. So now people are saying, well, that line there, it go for Alkaline. Because remember, Movado also said before that them diss him last year, you know. It's like them diss him last year. It's either them blind or them not here, His badness is guerrilla warfare. You feel me? And then he's saying day badness is endorsed, you know. I don't know, people. It could be because people are digging up now Alkaline old song. Well, not really old, but it released last year. Or it's been a year since Alkaline released Dangerous Youth. I would have to. I ain't checked to see but let's say last year Alkaline at this Movado, right? In the song Dangerous Youth with Alkaline say him not giant truths or some truths or something like that, right? And people are saying, oh well, that's where Alkaline shade Vado because it's like I don't know if Alkaline could see things before it happened or why he put out this song and because that song released before we see Mavado and Vibes Cartel link up right now. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Cause they're saying that Alkaline saying nah giant no truths, like meaning like him not, you know, friend of people who, diss him and try style him or try get him out of the game, whatever the case may be. You feel me? So they're saying that Alkaline, right, is was throwing shots at Vado in Dangerous Youth. It was a conversation people were speculating because remember says not no people want Alkaline and Mavado to go at it, or the friendship there for cut. You understand? Because I remember it was MVP first and Jamil was there. And, Jamil, we saw what happened with Jamil after he clashed Chronic Love. Right? He went right back to the people that when he was around Alkaline and Vado, right? He went right back to the same people them who was dissing them as MVP. So I don't know if Alkaline or the fans them are looking at it from that aspect to say, well, why it seems like every artist or the ones them who diss Alkaline, the man them always, go back and be friends with or befriend them or whatever the case may be, right? Or maybe I'm looking at it like maybe Movado and Bounty Killer, Vibes Cartel, and Buju, all them, they know each other before Alkaline, right? And they have history together, so it's like okay, the man them quell them differences, and they back together chilling, and they cool. Now, Alkaline on the other hand, linking with Vado, like I said, I remember Alkaline and Vado did a Clash Popcorn and Vibes Cartel, at one point, right? So maybe Alkaline is saying, well, Jano Star, for real, guys, it's like Movado, it's like he's good with Bounty Killer right now, he's good with Vibes Cartel, you know what I mean? I don't know about him on Popcorn. But it seems like Movado just good, being good, cool with everyone. You see, perform with how you doing it the other day, how you doing, you know what I mean? So maybe our client is looking at it from that aspect, like a lot of the people that Movado, friending up again or linking up with again, diss him and style him, Alkaline, you know what I mean? So maybe Alkaline probably, keeping his distance, whatever. And everyone was saying that, you know, that Mavado and Alkaline, them not par. It's like I said, it's something that's been echoing in these YouTube streets. You know what I mean? But now, since Vado released the song Big Guns, like I said, everyone is saying, well, yeah, Alkaline for a shade Mavado. And then remember when Alkaline was doing his performance over there in Canada the other day? There's a part of the show where he said, it's like me and them, like him and them not par no more, or him and them boy they're not a friend, you know. It's like and Alkaline, he echoed this sentiment before, in I don't know, I think it was it Elites Only, was it Elites Only? I think it was Elites Only, when he said today them say gully, tomorrow them say Gaza, one piece of saga chew me hotter than lava pre the yeah, understand pre the fit Moroccan, I think, Prada. Far from far, check the before and after, and the story still alright, I mean, yada yada. Words come true with such an impact. With a culture, miss we saw it and bring back all thing new me. You remember that single? I was making these kind of statements, but no, I don't know if, like I said, if that's a thing, and we're like we see Vibes Cartel and Movado and all them linking up now, and they're supposed to do this collaboration on DJ Khaled album, and we saw Movado released a single. What was that single? God Not Sleep, God Not Sleep, right? And then I think this is the next single we got from Movado, right? So people are saying, well, wow, Movado went from God Not Sleep, right? And when you go back and you listen to the song there too, you would have to wonder, wait, you know, why may I tell you? But I don't know people until, it's a good speculation right now, but until I see, well, one of the artists, they kind of like go more direct, then I could speak on it. Alkaline, we would have to wait to hear what Alkaline is going to forward with, or if he's going to, or his next single, whatever the case may be. Like I said, people are saying that the single Dangerous Youth, right? That was when Alkaline said him not, because like I said, Movado's back with all his, rivals and all these things, and some of them was very disrespectful to Alkaline, so I don't know if Movado was trying to bridge that gap, same way like we saw DJ Khaled did with Bone to Kill and all of them, right? I don't know if Movado was trying to bridge that gap, like, what I mean, or whatever, but Alkaline, on the other hand, saying, well, what I mean, because think about it, Alkaline had already established, before he started going at Vibes Cartel or disrespecting Vibes Cartel, as people would say, you already had the hit records, the hit songs, them, and the music them out, you know. So it's not like, he wasn't established or he didn't have the songs then. He was. I think that's why even Vibes Cartel acknowledged the youth and throw some shots at him. If you ask me, honestly, hey, what's going on? I think so, honestly, that's what he did. And if Alkaline wasn't that talented, you know what I mean, he wouldn't have get Alkaline the time of the day, But you remember Alkaline, Shade Vibes Cartel, in his career too, early in his career. So, and then after we see he linked with Vado. So it's, to me, if they was to clash, it would be very interesting because Mavado is a very grimy, gruesome artist, like he told you in his last single, when it comes to his warfare, straight guerrilla warfare. The song, is very melodious, very catchy, if you ask me. Because I'm listening to the song, I was like, wow, this song actually sweet. It's like sweet to the ears, but it's some grimy things Mavado's talking about. You know what I mean? So I'm over here and I'm like, okay, it could be. I don't know, but I would have to wait and see if Alkaline, or if it's a bait, as Some people are saying maybe Mavado is just, throwing out the bait to see if Alkaline is going to respond or whatever. But we would have to wait till Alkaline respond, And I don't know, because me personally, I'd rather see a Massacre and an Alkaline clash than a Mavado or a Vibes Cartel. But we know these are the artists that can really give Alkaline a run for his money. You know what I mean? They have other artists out there too, but what I'm saying, they're not right now, doing anything or trying to compete or being competitive. To me, when it comes to the music business right now, Alkaline, totally different. You know what I mean? And like I said, his resume, he's battle tested and proven. So that clash with Alkaline and Movado, it sounds good. A lot of fans would love that, especially the rival fans. Them would want to see the two artists they go at it, right? To see who might just put out the better clash records and all these things. But is that a clash I really want to see? No, I'm just being honest. And then Movado's my artist, Alkaline's my artist. So do I really want to see that clash? No. But then on a different note, right? It's like at the back of my brain, some part there, is saying that this would be interesting. That clash there. Boy, I mean, I know some people really want that clash because it's gonna take away the spotlight from a whole heap of artists right now in the dancehall, especially if you're not finding the hit tunes them or the hit records. You know, that clash there, Movado versus the Alkaline right now, that would take away the spotlight and the attention from a whole lot of artists, even to a Vibes Cartel right now. Because everybody or everyone, well, especially the diaspora, the diasporas, them that listen to the music, dancehall reggae music, they're gonna be tuned in. They're gonna be tuned in. So once there's a clash, and two giants, right? Some people might say Vado a bigger artist, which to me that would be true, right? But Alkaline is the artist that's doing it right now, right? So in time, like I said, even though, like I said, what Mavado did, him on Vibes Cartel with the whole Gully Gaza thing too, it's not being, replicated since. We see other artists try. Alkaline definitely an artist that is very competitive when it comes to the music, and like I said, it could be one of them situations where idols become rivals. You know what I mean? It's like you being, but to know who's the greatest or the GOAT or what they call it or the king or whatever, how the fans gonna know that, if the artist them ain't go at it. But we see what Clash can do. You know what I mean? Clash can either build some artist's career or it can either kill some artist's career. So and we see artists clash, and even though they lost, they still have a career. Like I said, it's up to me, it's up to the artist. His mindset, his talent, and all of them things that it plays a part when it comes to the competitiveness in dancehall. That clashing aspect that people would want to see a clash with an Alkaline versus a Movado. That's just the competitive side of us. Is going to be like, hey, you know what? Yeah, I really don't like that. If you understand what I'm saying, I don't like that, but hey, that would be a clash because that's two deadly artists, bro. You know what I mean? Alkaline more young, probably a little more, fast on his. You feel me? So, but Movado being a veteran, and being the, that gully side, grimy, yeah, gangster for life artist, man, is kind of hard to go around that, and a lot of people try. We saw what happened. Popcorn, all of them, Vibes Cartel, who else? Beanie Man take shots at Vado at one point, feel he could have with the name, Killer, a lot of them, rise up against Vado saying, I'm a Vado stand the test of time. You feel me? So those are my artists, well dangerous, say we, people act like a dangerous piece of artist too. You feel me? So That's why I think a lot of people, right, we want to see a clash with the Alkaline and Mavado versus the Alkaline and Vibes Cartel. They would actually want to see a Vibes Cartel versus the Alkaline, but Vibes Cartel say nah, clash him, nah, make bad man tunes no more. Something to that. Don't quote me on that, but whatever the case may be. So you don't see Vibes Cartel. It's like pretty different things right now. I don't know. But our next clash people will want to see, I think, would be a lovely clash. And Vice Cartel himself said it, even though we've been saying this before. It's a Massacre versus the Alkaline. Same way. But you know, Beanie Man, the all of them, they had to interject and or whatever. Yeah, you feel me? But I Alkaline versus Nevada right now, man. Yeah, man, they'll take over the media. You know what I mean? Definitely. And it would be one for the history books. But is there any real beef there? Is there anything there for Mavado and Alkaline to really go at it? I don't see it. I don't. It's like, I don't. Well, I don't, because them artists, they don't come out and put their business out there on social media like that. So it's very hard to gather information. But from what I'm seeing, and yeah, I'm hearing people are saying this, people are saying that, but it's nothing concrete to say. Well, the line, yes, he could have go for Alkaline, or he could have just been making a blanket statement, a broad statement. You know what I mean? Either them blind or them can't hear. What's so hard about that? It's like you're talking to somebody and you tell them the same thing. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's like you're not see what go on, or you're blind, or or you're not here. But they say the line go for Alkaline because Mavado said them diss him last year, and Alkaline released the single Dangerous Youth, and Alkaline was saying not giant. But that's what I'm saying. The Alkaline scene, because after we see Vado link up with Vibes Cartel them, and that song being come out. So Alkaline knows something we don't know. And now we see the man them apart or whatever. Now people are trying to put two and two together to say, well, yeah, the man them really not link and blah 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 and really. But I would have to wait and see, people, to be honest. I would have to wait and see. But let's see what Alkaline I go forward with. If he's gonna, say something, or him have an interview. Alkaline have an interview. I think it's like 2 or 3 days before New Rules Jamaica. Him have a show, an interview before the show. So maybe, certain questions might be asked, whatever. All them things them don't know. You understand? But we have to wait and see, man. I know a lot of people, the Vendetta fans, a lot of Vendetta fans was praying Vado, because before Vice Cartel came out of prison, they was like, oh, Vado just a big up Vice Cartel, so him just I remember Vado was big enough Vice Cartel, Free the World Boss and all these things, whatever. So, them did a pre-Vado from since then, and said, well, yo, you feel me? Yeah. And then the Gaza fans them wanted to see that so bad, So that to them, the Gaza fans them is like, man, they couldn't wait, to see a Mavado and Alkaline, go at it, or clash, whatever. And then they have other fans, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's dancehall, it's a competitive sport, And when you're making claims like you're the GOAT, the greatest of all time, you're the king, and all these things, I don't know. So the other day, Alkaline, the prince of dancehall, and all this, these conversations. So, Alkaline name is definitely up there, man. And I don't know. Like I said, idols become rivals. So if it's one of them cases where Vado feel the deed because of him linking with the world boss Vice Cartel, Alkaline feel a way about that, or whatever the case may be. Which I don't know. Like I said, I really don't know. But I mean, Vado and Vice Cartel, knew each other before, way before, and Buzz before Alkaline. So, they have history there. Likewise with Bounty Kill and all of them. So, I don't know. And I'm sure Alkaline is aware of that. Even like I said, when him and Mavado did a clash, Vibes Cartel, you know, I'm sure he was aware of that. You know what I mean? But, if Vado want to quell thing, whatever. Why should Alkaline? When Vibes Cartel came out of prison and he was doing the interview, him started the same way. He never say, well, yeah, man, whatever the case may be. So I don't see why Alkaline would want to, like, ever quell or, when the very artist that you guys are claiming that I should look up to and this and whatever is not showing me any respect or any love or or support or enrage youth or whatever. Why should I? But it is what it is. It's just one of them things there. Like I said, once you're competing to be the greatest, and you in a certain arena, people are gonna always gonna have that favorite. And this one right here, if you was to ask me if and y'all know me, I'm a betting man, right? But if you was to ask me, it would be hard to choose because both of them are my favorites. You know what I mean? Alkaline and Vado. So, and both of them dangerous. You know what I mean? So, it would be tough. It would be tough for me to, I would like to say I would give Alkaline the edge because he's, younger than Vado. He might be on a little more tip-top shape, you feel me? All of that. But, we saw this before, where the veteran artist, right, or the veteran athlete, whatever, just take their time, feel the artist out of them thing there, pause, but you know what I mean? Yeah, maybe it could be one of them thing there, So, like I said, I'm a betting man, but if you ask me right now, why? One day, it's sticky. I don't know. And both of them are my artists. I would have to see that clash or hear that clash before I can make a decision. But our artists, is the artist they gonna give us a showdown? We have to wait and see. That's the thing. So we would just have to wait and see, people. Right? So Mavado released the single right now, Big Guns. Like I said, boy, may I tell you. But hey, when it comes to Vado, I'm saying them bad man tune like that or them gun tune like that. It shouldn't sound so sweet. You know what I mean? Cause I'm listening to the sound, I'm like, boy, this song is so sweet, blood clit. I know Mavado when he go in them range and you know what I mean, and boy, may I tell you, no sir. So if this is I don't know what they say, if it's a shade or a bait, we would have to wait for Alkaline to respond, right? And hear what Alkaline have to say. But let's wait and see, people. The bloggers, they running with it right now, so let's wait and see if the artist, if there's anything really there, and if Alkaline is going to respond, or say something about this, and if Mavado, because eventually they're going to go direct, trust me, if there's anything there, you understand? Because remember them two artists, they have history too, cause I remember, like I said, it was old MVP and then it was Gully Vendetta and all them things, so if the two artists them not apart right now, there could be something there that could really cause a feud. You understand? Or light a fire or like a flame until it start blazing. So that's all I'm saying. But until then we would have to wait and see. You feel me? So that's the thing there, man. But anyway, people, big up on yourself, bless up on yourself. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this. But yeah, Vado Alkaline is saying going at it and throwing shots. Listening to Jamil, I don't blog about him that much, whatever, because the YouTube the politics and dancehall, and whatever the case may be, and what he did, and all them thing there. But I stay listening to Jamil music. You know what I mean? It doesn't change the fact that I'm going to stop listening to his music. It's just when it comes to certain things, his name is going to come up in that conversation, but it might not be on, a level that people might say, well, it's palatable to them or they like it because it has this thing. But he the one that came out and said that, even when he left MVP, you know. Remember all them stories with Jamil came out and tell, but man, them try over him and all them things and bag of things. So that would have been a nice clash too, for Jamil to clash with Mavado or Alkaline. That, to me, as much as whatever, it wouldn't have worked. You know what I mean? So I don't know if this is going to work. This whole Vado going against Alkaline or Alkaline going against Vado. Because like I said, unless it's that personal or they have real beef there and decide to put it over, or spill over in the music, that's totally different. You know what I mean? That's totally different. But like I said, we would have to wait and see until then. So let's wait and see, right? Is Alkaline going to respond? Is the Vendetta boss going to say something about this? Because people would say that over there in Canada the other day, he was saying, whatever. And now we have an interview before New Rules Jamaica, right? Chilani Stadium. So let's wait and see. Maybe questions are asked and we get some more clarity, or our client release a song before New Rules. I don't know. Let's wait and see, people. All right. But anyway, I'm about to check out. And you guys that's checking in, like I said, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, right? And yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. And if Alkaline or Vado was the clash, who would your money be on? Don't ask me, I'm asking the question. Don't ask me back the same question I'm asking you. Who would your money be on? Leave it in the comment section. Until the next notification, while good, stay blessed, people. I'm out.